Hi again, welcome back to our third and final video for chapter 1. It is again Thursday, still Thursday everybody, September the 10th. And the last part of this chapter that I want to talk about deals with ethics, specifically as it relates to communication. I'm at the bottom of page 26 for those of you that are following in the textbook as well. Don't forget that there are those PowerPoints available for you. So let's talk a little bit about ethics today. What is ethics? Why do we have them? What does it mean to be ethical? So ethical communication, specifically ethics and legal responsibilities of business communication. Everybody, there it is again, communication. Business ethics stipulates, bottom of page 26, that employees at every organizational level, okay, doesn't matter if you're that frontline worker, if you are middle management, if you are upper management, the CEO, COO, whatever of an organization, that you have to do the right thing with regard to both relationships with stakeholders, okay, those are your employees, okay, customers, investors, and the public, and the administration of products and services. Okay, so that ethics umbrella covers a whole large group when we're talking about communication, specifically business communication. Okay, interesting up top, page 27 of the textbook. They did a little bit of a survey with some Fortune 500 company communication officers for the 2017 Corporate Communication International Practices and Trends Study Final Report, that is a mouthful, state that trust, integrity, candor ranked among number one among critical issues when we're dealing with corporate communications, everybody. Critical, okay? Behaving ethically in business involves an awareness of how the choices you make can affect and influence others for better or for worse. Okay, so it's all fine and well, to say that we've got these ethics, we're doing them, but sometimes we have some issues within organizations, small and large, and we have what they call ethical lapses. Okay, and why do they happen at the bottom of page 27? Okay, there could be the belief that behavior is excusable. Okay, the belief that remaining silent about wrongdoing is going to make it go away. The belief that a positive or favorable outcome justifies any means said to be necessary, even if it's unethical. Okay, and carries on page 28 with an attempt to excuse wrongdoing as unimportant and minimize its consequences. Okay, so keep in mind, everybody, when we're talking ethics, it's that ability to distinguish between right and wrong. Okay. Yeah, so top of page 28. And then what they go on to talk about in the textbook, here are some tips for becoming a good and ethical corporate citizen. Okay, that ability to tell the truth, everybody. Avoid language that attempts to evade responsibility. Offer good value for money. Okay, considering your obligations, showing respect. Okay, I think in today's world, with everything that's going on, we kind of have forgotten how to do that. So we need to bring that back in. Okay, the ability to speak, write, and act with inherent dignity of others in mind. Think about how your communication impacts and helps individuals or stakeholders, okay? And how it reflects the positive value to which you aspire, okay? So things to keep in mind. They also tell you to avoid libel, okay? Libel is printed and recorded defamation and is characterized by false, malicious, or derogatory remarks. Okay, so you want to avoid that libel. Common law protects every person against libel, and it carries on to the top of page 29. Okay, some things that you need to keep in mind. Be careful, extremely careful when you're communicating online, everybody. Okay, remember that you have virtually no control over where email and text messages are forwarded to after you have sent them. Okay. Don't claim authorship or of documents that you have not written, right? Goes into plagiarism. And we're going to be talking about plagiarism a lot throughout your 2 years here and how to make sure that you avoid plagiarism. Okay, that's where you're claiming authorship. You're taking somebody's work and you're calling it your own, and you're not giving credit to that individual somewhere within your written work. Okay, so those are some of the things that you need to keep in mind when we talk about ethics within the workplace. They go on to talk a little bit about, at the end of the chapter, about privacy in the workplace. Okay, you can certainly go ahead and take a look at that as well with the PowerPoints. That starts on page 30. Okay, but a few things that I'd like to share with you in regards to privacy. Privacy is the claim of individuals, groups, or institutions to determine for themselves when, how, and to what extent information about them is communicated to others. Okay? In Canada, the Privacy Act explains how federally regulated public bodies can collect, use, and disclose individuals' personal information. Okay, quite relevant in today's world, especially with globalization and this whole privacy thing. Bank account numbers, credit records, medical records, employee personnel files. A lot of times we're hearing about breach of communication, breach of security within organizations where this kind of information is shared. Your name, your age, your social insurance number, your income, ethnic origin, that sort of thing, when we're talking about privacy within the workplace. So I encourage you to take a look at that last part of the chapter because it really is relevant in today's society. They do go on in the PowerPoints to talk about criteria for corporate privacy agreements. Okay, that ability to provide accountability. Okay, gain valid consent. Use information for intended purposes only. Okay, give individuals access to their informations. All these things that fall under the privacy in the workplace umbrella. Okay, and that is the end of chapter 1. Okay, issues and trends in professional communications. Okay. So just to reiterate where we're going to be going forward with this, next week in our schedule, we have got, we're going to be dealing with grammar. Okay, I have quite a bit of material on that. I will probably be video recording that for you just to let you know what to look forward to for next week. As a reminder, Friday of this week, Friday, September the 11th, everybody, you need to have your next discussion post in. Okay. And I think that might be all. Yeah, I think it is. So that's the end of week 1, everybody. I hope these videos give you a little bit of flexibility for those that have to work outside of going to school. And if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to contact me. I am here to help. And I hope you all have a great weekend. And I will speak with you next week. Thanks. See ya. Take care. Bye-bye.